Hi, baby. Do you want some cake?
Oh, sure.
Is it good?
Try it.
Nice.
Hi, I'm Edison,
I'm DC.
and welcome to Fam's React. Long time no see. If you're still here after us missing 2 weeks of Not Me, we've been watching. I've just been screwing up the recordings. Oh, my laptop also died for 1 week.
We've been doing them. Y'all just haven't seen it. But imagine as good as we always do them, that was just that.
We are just awesome.
Or even better, you just don't know what you've been missing out on. Like, goodness gracious.
Actually, in my own opinion, those were actually the 2 best episodes that we ever did.
I'm starting to actually enjoy Not Me, bar some of the more ridiculous plot elements that are happening right now. Let's get right to the frickin' parkour. So,
You've been waiting for this.
Gunpa was like, just believe, just overcome your fear, and you can jump over a building. And Black is like, okay.
Like Peter Pan. Like, just believe and your happy thought and all this other kind of stuff.
The White with like no athletic training is like, it's all in the mind, YOLO, and he does it. And I'm like, this is not a great message to send. I think it's great to send a message of belief, but not like when it extends to parkour and jumping over buildings was just a bit too out there for me, I think.
The lady at the beginning of all the shows says this is fiction and this is not real.
It's like a disclaimer so they don't get sued or whatever. But like, they're obviously making some sort of social commentary. And I think to intertwine that with, hey, let's make sure that we know how to jump over buildings to escape the popo. Like, I don't know. It's a lot. I'm having a hard time connecting these, what are they, like feel good, we're free, our soul is out there, we don't have fear, and then integrating that in the political messages. I'm not too sure what they're trying to do there.
Going off that, I do, because I've read a lot of revolutionary work in an American sense, especially from the 60s and 70s, where you have the Black Power movement and Fight the Power and all this other kind of stuff. All of these smaller marginalized organizations going up against a major power. But the only thing that they had was to make difference, at least in a small part. And also get the word out, because there is this, Gilskard Heron always said the revolution will not be televised. And actually what that meant was that the revolution starts in one's mind. That's where the revolution starts. By getting their message out and allowing people to show what's going on here, maybe that'll start a revolution.
Let's recap the last 2 episodes quickly by going through the characters.
What do you think of White so far?
White's personality, I like. However, he is chaotic. Like, whatever he's doing, he's not really thinking over it. He's just doing it. And it's
a bad plan, but he started it and like, okay, well, might as well do it. I think he's like causing more trouble right now.
You know how like James Bond and Smooth undercover and doing all that. No, he's more like Austin Powers, or he's just like
minus the sex.
I'm not on board with White. I'm like, dude, you committed to this plan, you're not following through, you're bumbling everything, and most of all,
I think because White is meant to be the stand-in for the audience, White is learning with the audience about these different concepts through class, about the monopolism, the impunity. We're learning more about Tawi as he is, about how Tawi gets away with, running a drug ring and letting the little man take the fall. I think he's meant to be naive because he's on this learning process, and I can understand that, but then I just feel like he doesn't really bring anything to the table in terms of skill. All I see is, him lucking out on getting Eugene drunk, and he thinks he's getting away with pretending to be black, but he's not.
I don't have much faith in him right now.
White does have the skill set, but his skill set is especially in diplomacy. White has his book smarts, and what Black has is street smarts.
Sean, what do we think of Sean?
He's all right. Sean is suspicious.
I think Sean does have like a little chip with Black because Black was basically a dick towards him and left him for the cops. And
We talked
he's
about
just
this.
always mean.
When that happened, I was like, fair enough.
Black left you, you got caught, you have protocol for this. Don't blame Black. What was Black meant to do? Beat up the security guards and save you? Like nothing could have been done. Sean, it's not personal.
Black was a fighter and he could jump over stuff, and he was probably a Power Ranger underneath.
He
so
was
you
just
never
like,
know.
yeah, I don't know. I feel like Sean took that way too personally.
You just look at me and then just turn around like.
So far from Sean, I'm getting
Bad boy facade, sensitive boy on the inside. There was some, like beautiful moments where he was looking at White, thinking, wow, Black has changed. I kind of like this new side of him. Because they're stealing glances. The vibe I'm getting from Sean is that when someone is nice to him, and maybe he hasn't had that feels like an archetype, the character of someone who hasn't had a lot of like fortune or people being nice to them. That's when he will start appreciating and even loving someone if they show him that compassion. I'm predicting a situation where White gets in trouble and then Sean makes the decision to not be petty and to help him out. But Sean, when I'm relegating him to an archetype like that, it doesn't feel that interesting.
What about my baby Graham? My baby Graham. Okay. I totally thought they were together, but it seems like
There's some confusion over the relationship because Black has those two dolls. That's why I assumed they were in a couple, but it seemed like Graham hasn't confessed his feelings yet.
All that caring and stuff like that. You were right. He was caring on a different level.
I thought Sean was like, this is Graham's babe. I thought there was some bro code there, but I guess it was more the bro code of like, this is Graham's crush.
they were trying to make out that Graham was going to betray everyone or was involved in Black's beating, but I was like, never.
Hi, baby. Do you want some cake?
Oh, sure.
Is it good?
Try it.
Nice.
What do you think of Yaw?
He is a love-smitten puppy, but I think it's really a love built on mutual respect.
Mutual? There's no
They're not
mutuality right
original.
now.
The guy is like an artist, and he's not an art activist. He's also an artist, and he's like, wow, that's admiration. That's he's doing what I'm doing, which is different from what everybody else in the gang is doing. So that's why I say it's mutual, because it's in the same vein. And he's like, it's a little bit more, I don't want to say more genuine love than I've seen before, but it's one of those things where I think in a lot of BLs, it's like slow motion love at first sight.
There is a reason. Not just because it's love at first sight, but there is some genuine thing there.
There's
Which
more depth
is-
to it.
Yeah, which is good. And I'm not knocking love at first sight or whatever, but it's different.
I do see why Yok would be obsessed with this dude who's doing activism and art, which is what he's trying to do. I think for me, Yok is just too much right now, and them slow-moing on his deranged face was not meant to be a romantic moment. It was meant to be like, dude, back off. I feel like the persistence narrative in terms of winning someone over is a bit dangerous, just because I feel like it teaches people to not give up on pursuing someone when sometimes you really should take someone's no for an answer. But this is a BL fantasy. I think if there was a distinguisher between his admiration for what he does and wanting him to join the group, I would appreciate that sentiment more than his frenzied, I want to stare at your face kind of look in his eyes. Right now, he's not my most favorite character just because of how intense he is.
And then there's Gunpah. Gunpah I thought I liked because he was like mysterious. He knew how to do parkour. He knew how to shoot a gun. He knew all this training. Like, I'm like, what's your background? How can you tell everyone how to do things? He just owns a garage, but he's like this wise master. But then he's like, YOLO, just believe it. You can jump over a building. And I'm like, you're irresponsible.
I thought he was keeping everyone grounded. He was like the more realistic one in terms of like what they could do as a group, but he's
Dangerous.
But at the end of the day, he did do it. Like, he did jump over. He was
did it
able to
'cause
jump
it's
over
TV.
things. However, it would be a total different story if halfway through he dropped and fell in a trash can or something like that.
I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it. This is the greatest thrill of my life. I'm king of the world. Woohoo! Woohoo!
But he was able to do it, and so.
How many broken-legged children are there in the series that we haven't seen because of Gunpah? Like, we don't know. Oh, Todd.
And that's the person who I want to talk about. Todd is sus.
He was sus when he
all
was
that money.
He was like, yeah, they were like, how do you get all the money? He was like, oh, my dad died, and that's how I got it. And I'm like, he was saying it like what? He's like, my sugar daddy
How'd your
died.
dad?
It was way too casual.
I think that Todd is the one who went after Black, got him beat up.
And that now he's pushing White and the rest of the group to go after Tawi. And then when Tawi's out the picture, then Todd will be like the boss of the city and he will just like show his true colors.
When Tywee gets like taken down, then he'll be like, "Mwah, ha, 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 ha. It was me all along."
I do feel like Todd represents a cycle. Like one big fish goes down and another one takes its place. And so Todd is going to be that system. It's not like once you take down Tawi, the system is healed. The system is broken. So another corrupt person in power is going to take his place. And I think that might be the story with Todd. Yes, you've defeated an evil by taking down Tawi, but it's not the issue at hand. But maybe if that's the message, that would be interesting.
Well, you do have to dismantle systems of oppression. You just can't take out one person. The whole system needs to be changed.
But you know, if Todd wanted to be my sugar daddy, I wouldn't complain. Imagine all the skincare I could buy. Okay, let's get to Not Me. Episode 6. We skipped 4 and 5.
They were just good. They were really good, I tell you.
I tell you, our reactions. Chef's kiss. So sorry that you couldn't see them. Okay, so you sort of think that it's the gang.
It's the gang. It's the gang.
Oh, it's not. It's some randos people we've never seen before. Oh, that's romantic. Being tied up next to each other. Not really. This is not my... They have guns? Oh my god.
They're holding each other's hands.
Yikes. 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 Scary. Spooky. Who's gonna save them?
กูรู้ว่าพวกมึงจะไปโรงงานกันนะเพราะฉะนั้นกูไม่เชื่อที่พวกมึงจะมีกันอยู่แค่นี้
Is there a spy?
Or is it Todd?
Right.
It's Todd, right?
It's Todd. It's always Todd. It has to be Todd. We just blame him until we know it's not him.
ถ้ามึงไม่อยากให้เพื่อนมึงตายนะกูจะให้โอกาสมึงแค่นับ3
Can you guys YOLO your way out of this, please? Like...
มีอีก3 คนมึงว่าไงนะหยกแกมกุมภาเจ้าของอู่เชี่ย
Oh my god, wait.
What?
Oh, this was a test?
กูแค่ทดสอบมึง
ทดสอบพี่อะไรอะ
ทดสอบว่ามึงไม่เหมาะกับภารกิจนี้ไง มึงจะพาพวกเราไปตายกันหมด ชีวิตมึงมีค่ามากกว่าที่มึงคิดนะ
Did that hit Sean? Did Sean want to hear that?
I would have lied. I was like, there's at least 5 other more of us in the game.
I don't know what I
There's like
was,
a whole bunch of us. And we're gonna find you.
I would be like, what? No, you've got the wrong person. I'm the twin.
แน่ใจว่าสิ่งที่พวกเรากำลังจะทำมันมีความชอบธรรมในสายตาของคนทั่วไปหรือเปล่า ไม่ใช่แค่ทำไป เดี๋ยวคนจะเข้าใจว่าเราไม่ชอบไอ้ทวีแล้วไปป่วนมัน ทำแบบเนี้ยไม่มีทางได้แนวร่วมจากสังคมเลย
Okay.
กูว่าไอ้แบ็คเริ่มพูดถูกแล้วว่ะ
Oh, what's the PR? Is that's where his diplomacy is coming in?
Well, yeah, because it's all about how you look, but that makes perfect sense. And that was why the first, oh, hey, let's burn down his place in this forest. It didn't work because it was just people burning it down. But why? If you have a civic action or whatever, why are you being disruptive? Because you want something or some reason. That's why when people march, they hold signs and stuff like that. They just don't go out and just block up streets for no reason. They have to say why they're doing it.
I bagged out White, and now he's like, I've got use now. And he's like, I told you,
See, I was like, oh, White, yeah, I like his book smarts and stuff like that. He's like, I don't see it.
Well,
that's my baby White.
I still don't like him. I'm like, okay, fine, you can stay, but I still don't like you.
That's valid. That's valid.
It's valid.
เราจะบุกไปที่โรงงานเครื่องดื่มของมัน แล้วใส่สารปนเปื้อนลงไป ฮะ แล้วมันจะไม่อันตรายเหรอ มึงฟังกูให้จบก่อนดิ
What
สาร
substance?
ที่เราใส่มันคือสารขม มันแค่ทำให้เครื่องดื่มมีรสชาติขมเฉย
That's boring.
ๆ พอคนดื่มเข้าไป แล้วรสชาติมันแย่ จะได้มีกระแสแบรนด์สินค้าในโรงงานของมัน สังคมก็ต้องตั้งคำถามอยู่แล้วปะ กูไม่สนใจหรอกว่าคนอื่นจะมองเราว่ายังไง
I like his voice. I can actually listen to him read me a bedtime story.
Sean?
Yes, in Theory of Love, it was nice.
So they're butting heads around different strategies. Like, Sean doesn't really care as long as the means to the ends have some sort of result.
As long as they're boycotting it for some reason and he's losing money.
Yeah. Okay, something happened with Sean. We just don't know what it is. With Tawi.
ตั้งแต่เมื่อไหร่วะที่มึงคิดว่าชีวิตมึงเนี่ยสำคัญกว่าอุดมการณ์ที่มึงเชื่อมึงบอกกูหน่อยดิอะไรที่ทำให้มึงเปลี่ยน
จะมีสักกี่คนวะที่เขาเห็นการตายของมึงแล้วก็เห็นปัญหาพวกเนี้ยทีเนี้ยมึงคิดได้ยังอะว่าการตายของมึงอะจะมีประโยชน์อะไร
มึงไม่เข้าใจหรอกว่าเรื่องนี้มันสำคัญกับกูขนาดไหน
แต่กูอยากให้มึงคิดรอบคอบรอบด้านกว่านี้
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's because Sean is so extreme at this point that I think any sort of like counter to Sean's attitude seems semi-reasonable.
Yeah, but his example was like, it actually doesn't. There have been many people who have died for what they believed in and they became a martyr for the cause. However, it was known what cause they were going out for. It was known what they were doing. And their life and their death had meaning. However, he's a nobody. Like, he'll get killed and nobody knows about it. In fact, they'll put stuff out in the news and do whatever. I don't know. I think it would be had a little bit more if he says like, hey, nobody knows what you're doing. So you actually have to do it and get inside the minds of the people. So that way your life has meaning. And if you die, your death will have meaning.
Maybe this is where the BL element is trying to tie into it. Like, maybe he's trying to say, I want you alive. Because, you know.
I like you around.
I like you, yeah.
The BL element.
มันไม่ใช่หน้าที่ของมึง
อยู่นิ่ง
กูฟังอยู่
ๆอย่ามาเล่นกับหัวกูบอยไอ้ชอน
ฟังอยู่อย่าหนักชิบหาย
People just love to pass out on white. I don't know about this plan to just make the drinks bitter.
Because that's a crap like way to boycott. It's like you have to boycott for a reason.
I know. I feel like they'll just release a statement saying, you know, our product was tampered with. Here, have a free sample of our drink. Promise it tastes good. Like, I don't have much faith in Sean's plan, which makes me not have much faith in Sean's in general. In like, this is what you could come up with.
This is the best that you could do.
This is how far your bloodlust goes. Like, making a drink taste bad.
คดีนี้นะครับเป็นคดีวิสามันฆาตกรรมปกติแล้วเนี่ยจะชันสูตรโดยเจ้าหน้าที่สหวิชาชีพนิติเวชและเจ้าหน้าที่ตำรวจที่ดูแลคดี
Was it his dad?
เนี่ยผมก็จะหาทางช่วยพวกคุณให้ได้มากที่สุดนะครับแต่ดูจากแนวโน้มแล้วเหมือนกับว่าตำรวจจะทำเกินกว่าเหตุนะครับ
Ooh, that's why.
แต่เรื่องหลักฐานยาเสพติดนี่ดูเหมือนว่าสามีของคุณจะมีส่วนเกี่ยวข้อง
That's why he hates Toya.
I thought it was a wild guess that he brought up the case that it was his dad's.
Nah,
But it
he
was
knew about that.
actually his dad.
Right. Wow, that's why he hates Toya. Okay.
Bitter drink. I would do more than that.
He was trying to burn down his house with him in it.
The police are controlled by Tawi, which is the case in a lot of countries.
เขาไม่มีทางทำแบบนั้น ผมคิดว่าถ้าคุณจะสู้คดียาเสพติดเนี่ยนะครับ โอกาสชนะนี่ค่อนข้างยากครับ คือผมแนะนำว่าสู้ไปในแนวทางที่ผมบอกจะดีกว่านะครับ
ใครยิงพ่อผม น้องอย่ามาเซาซีพี่นะ พวกเดียวกันใช่ปะนี่ช่วยปกปิดน้องน้องให้กล้าบอกกูบอกมาดิรีบบอกไปนะ
You killed him? Tawi killed him. Just go to, yeah, you know, you got it. You just,
Okay, so like they must have heard you before they wrote this episode because they're answering everything. How long is that fake tattoo going to last? Like,
it's not fake, is it? I definitely don't think it's fake.
He went out and got a real tattoo.
Yes, that's why I thought he was committed.
How does the pit crew make you feel in between me down there? Oh.
He's like, huh? Where's the soy milk? Oh my god.
Like, honestly, like you totally should get a sponsor, and then every so often we can just like. No, I'm just kidding.
If we got a sponsor, I would put it everywhere. I would be like sipping it every moment something's happened.
This deserves a drink.
If we got sponsored by a tea, we'd be like, oh, it's piping hot.
What's the tea, girl?
That's the tea right there. What's the tea? Lipton?
I have the one with St. John's wort in it, and it gives me calm. Nighty night.
I really could use a lot of calm in my life.
ลุกไปเตรียมตัวได้แล้วนี่คือไอเตชิตมือขวาของไอทวีมันเป็นคนคอยเก็บกวาดให้ทวีทุกเรื่องประมาทมันไม่ได้มันทำได้ทุกอย่างถ้ามันเจอเราโดนเก็บแน่
Okay.
จำหน้ามันไว้
If he sees us.
พวกมึงสองคนไปที่โกดังสินค้าปีนเข้าทางนี้ผ่านสวน
This is where I would fail. I can't remember maps or read them.
GPS. Get the GPS. However, the security guards were here, Siri. Turn left here.
What is this gonna... It's gonna lose him, like, I don't know, a bit of money. Then he'll be like, oh, well, I'm rich.
ลองชิมดิ
ไม่มีกลิ่นนะไอ้แก้มมึงชิมดิ
Why is everyone making Grams try it?
ไม่กินผักเกี่ยวเหี้ยอะไรกับผักวะ
You don't eat veggies?
ขมชิบหาย
It looks like that booger sugar.
แต่กูขม
อ้าปาก
อ้าไหมอ่ะ
กูบอกให้อ้าปาก เคี้ยวด้วยความหวานจะได้แตกจะได้หายขม
ทำเกินไปหน่อยปะวะ
วิธีเนี้ยเป็นวิธีที่ดีที่สุดละ
Dude, you took a concentration of it. It's going to be diluted.
I don't even know. The plan sucks. So I'm
It
not
does.
invested. I'm just like,
It does
whatever.
suck. It's the worst plan ever.
I don't think I would risk my life for a plan if I didn't believe in it. It's so funny that White's gotten into this mess, still trying to figure out what happened to his brother, and he's not that... He's not really getting any closer. I guess I appreciate Sean's resolve, you know? That's something I can admire. I appreciate revenge.
You appreciate revenge.
Well, yeah, it's a form of justice. You know, I stand for truth and love and justice.
Huh?
What?
Why are you putting on a coat?
You totally fool people like that. Wearing a hoodie and a mask, a face mask over it.
A few moments later.
I work here. Can't you see?
คุณเตชิให้ผมมาเอางานวิจัยของเครื่องดื่มตัวใหม่ครับ ไม่เห็นจะมีใครแจ้งเลยครับว่าจะมีคนเข้ามา
I can't believe this is working.
ให้ผมไปเปิดไฟห้อง QC ให้เลย
Oh my god.
Dude, this guy looks 16, and you think he's an authority over you. It's a sleeper hold. It's fine. He's not dead.
ช่วยกูเอาร่างเข้าไปซ่อนข้างในก่อนมึงทำเกินไปปะวะ เมื่อกี้กูขวดเข้าไปแล้วมึงเปิดหน้าทำไม ถ้าเขาจำหน้ามึงได้ พวกเราจะซวยกันหมด
That's a good point. That is a good point.
ไหนมึงบอกว่าจะไม่ทำให้คนอื่นเดือดร้อนไงนอกจากไอ้ทวีอะแล้วนี่อะไรอ่ะ
ยังไง อะไรที่กูต้องทำอ่ะ กูก็ทำ เพื่อให้แผนกูสำเร็จ
I mean, he says that, but he didn't kill him.
กูได้ละ
I mean, I
Sure.
wouldn't want him to kill him. The sleeper hold is enough. Like, it could be a lot worse. But why? Like, it's all good.
But he was taking him to the other place around there, so
White is just stressing me out.
He's wearing burglar stuff under his white coat. He was like, the guy was fooled. It's a lab coat on, okay.
สิ่งที่มึงทำกับพวกเขามันก็ผิดเหมือนกันไม่ใช่เหรอวะ
ถ้ามึงไม่อยากทำ
You know how it's like, White, you've got your uses. You know, you're the PR person. I'm over it. White is getting on my nerves again.
You oscillate between like White being have uses, White being on nerves. What you know what that is? Growth.
I feel like it's the show kind of having a moral guide, but
what? He tied up two other people.
Yeah, that's
He's just going around, just like.
That's impressive. I can't believe he managed to take down so many people already.
Half the night staff is gone.
Yeah, I'd be like, good job, Sean. I'm impressed. Ah, thank you.
You're definitely not black.
That's right, White.
เราควรจะมีแบ็กอัพแผนบ้างนะเว้ย
มันยังไม่เกิดขึ้นมึงอย่าเพิ่งคิดมากเดี๋ยววะ
No, you should be prepared. I hope those people stay asleep for 20 more minutes.
บอกมึงนะไม่มีอะไรหรอก
They're just like Vulcan neck pinch him.
Sean is just ready to sleep hold them again.
กูถามอะไรมึงหน่อยดิ
What?
มึงเคยมองตาใครแล้วรู้สึกว่าเขาไม่เหมือนคนอื่นปะ
อะไรของมึงวะ
Why does he need to hold his face? I mean, I'm into it, but...
มองตามึงแล้วไม่ได้จริงๆวะ
ต้องไม่ได้หรือว่ามึง ข้างรักของมึงอะ
มึงไม่เคยเป็นมึงไม่รู้หรอกเว้ย
Like, why wouldn't you hold your bro's face? You know, just guys being guys, dudes being dudes, bros being bros. No, I mean, why not? Like, he was testing out, and it actually didn't work on Graham, so he knows it was the other guy.
วันกูเห็นมึงอยู่แต่กับไอ้แบทอะมึงจะมีใครเป็นตัวเป็นตนวะ
กูไม่ได้คบ แต่กูก็มีฟีลแบบนั้นนะเว้ย มองตาครั้งแรกก็รู้เลยว่ากูชอบเขา คิดกับเขามากกว่าเพื่อน ยิ่งอยู่ใกล้กูก็ยิ่งรู้สึก แต่กูก็กลัวกูคิดไปเองข้างเดียว กูเลยไม่กล้าบอก กลัวว่าอะไรมันจะเปลี่ยนไป
มึงหักของกูอีกมึงรู้ตัวปะ
มึงไม่รู้หรอก
Oh, Yuck, put it together.
Y'all is so busy in his like love fantasy to be like
แต่แค่ได้มองตากันไม่กี่วิเขากลับทำให้เราอยากรู้จักเขามากกว่าทุกคนที่เราเคยเจอมาแปลกนะ
Yes. Yes, it's weird.
รออะไรอ่ะ ไอ้แบ็คมึงใส่ลงไปดิ
Oh my god, Wyatt, you came all this way to not add bitter into the... Like,
what are you, Frodo, at the mountain, not putting the ring in the lava? Does someone need to wrestle it out of your hands? Like, that's what I'm getting.
ถึงเวลาที่มึงต้องเอาสารขมไปใส่แทนเครื่องดื่มแล้ว
Actually, you know what? Since it's my plan, I'm gonna put the bitter in the tank.
Why is he making Black do it? It's not like he can't carry a jug. Like, why is he putting it in Black's hands?
Like, this is my plan. I want you to do it. No, give me that. It's my plan. Let me put it in there. Let me do it.
I want to feel the revenge pouring out. You know, like, this is your moment. This is not Black's moment. I don't get it.
This one's for my homies who couldn't be here.
He's like, the bitter end, it's all my idea. Like, he really should take all the credit.
Right. It's like, this is the bitterness I feel with you being around in this life.
He's infusing his soul into the drink. Like, it's a metaphor.
แล้วหลังจากนั้นกูจะลบภาพกล้องวงจรปิดทั้งหมดเอง นี่ไปได้แล้วไป
I didn't get what's going on. Oh, they're causing a distraction? Okay. They easily could have been intercepted. Like, oh, it's this right-hand man.
Oh, yes,
Oh no. It's evil hot guy.
No.
Oh no.
Did we talked about this?
Yeah, and Rainbow Prince. The evil hot
And
guys are
Rainbow
everywhere.
Prince. I think this is the worst thing. Worse than parkouring across something, YOLOing. It's evil hot people. Now with evil hot people, then you're just like, well, life of crime is not that bad because you're surrounded by hotness. You know, and
But there's also, you know, this group of guys to counteract that one evil hot person, you know? And I'm not gonna get distracted because I still got Graham.
Mm.
Is this not wine? They're gonna bitter his wine? Wine tastes... Not that I drink alcohol, but wine probably already tastes not that good. They'll be like, oh, this is how it's meant to taste.
Right? With an alcohol. Like, people will never know the difference.
They're like, bitter alcohol? What? I thought you were meant to leave... Well, don't you have gloves? I thought you were not meant to leave fingerprints. Oh my god. Just do it. Do it. Get out. Run away. Stop hesitating. I'm buying time for hot bad guy.
ไอ้แบ็คกูบอกให้มึงเอาสารขมใส่เครื่องไง
Sean is going to whoop Black's ass.
ทำไมมึงไม่ใส่สารลงไปในเครื่อง กูถามว่าทำไมไม่ใส่สารลงไปในเครื่อง
Please explain. Oh, no. Okay. Alright.
Oh, yes, Daddy.
I'm on hot bad guy's side now. That was slow-mo. Okay.
No, they don't stand a chance. Only if they had a white lab coat on.
He could talk his way out of this. Oh, my poor baby.
Oh no, why do they treat the bad guy that way?
They gotta do what they gotta do, you know? They were born
They shouldn't have been there to begin with.
They were born on opposite sides, you know? Good and evil. It's not... It's...
As long as the hot bad guy gets a side story. I'm just kidding. Side story with me. He's gonna push Black over the side of the bridge.
Aww. Oh.
Oh, okay, so... With the helmet. Okay, so that's...
You weren't. You're gonna run away from Sean. That's the plan.
Or put him to sleep.
Can y'all just talk? Like, why is White just running, not explaining himself?
เชื่อใจมึง มึงทำแบบนี้กับกูได้ยังไง พ่อกูต้องมาตาย เพราะความเหี้ยจากพวกมัน
ในวินาทีที่สติของผมเลือนลาง ลมหายใจกำลังจะขาด และใกล้ตายด้วยมือของชอน มันทำให้ผมเริ่มไม่แน่ใจกับสิ่งที่ทำลงไป
Oh, that's what he wants you to do.
เขาคงอยากให้ผมรับผิดชอบด้วยชีวิต
Are we gonna get an explanation? Or... Nah? We're not gonna get an explanation?
We'll get it in the next episode of what he did.
ถ้ามึงอยากทำแบบเนี้ย ทำไมมึงไม่พูดตั้งแต่ตอนวางแผนวะ
กูหวังว่าอย่างน้อย คนก็จะเห็นว่าเราต่อต้านอัธวี มันอาจจะทริกเกอร์ให้คนกล้าสู้มากขึ้นก็ได้
ผมไม่เคยคาดคิดมาก่อนว่าจะมีคนที่คิดประสงค์ร้ายกับผม
แต่พูดเอาดีเข้าตัวนี่ครับ
Is Tawee hot as well?
Yes! This is bad. Oh my god. How am I supposed to be against him? I mean, sure, he wants to control stuff and all this other kind of stuff, but you know.
No. He killed Sean's dad. Okay, I need to remember that.
Actually, that killing the dad is bad though.
That's quite evil. That's pretty evil, you know? That's evil.
If he was just like having a house or whatever and controlling, yeah, that'd be a thing. But he's worse than Todd.
And at least the henchman is just a henchman, you know? He's like doing it for the money.
And I think that he's a henchman because he needs some money and he probably has a good benefits package. Like health, dental, eyes, you know, all this other kind of stuff. I also probably, as a henchman, he probably gets like 6 weeks vacay every year.
Maybe he's a single parent and he has a daughter who needs dental care, you know?
Exactly. So, you know, henchmen, like, yeah. And they probably already have like a little thing like pay for your tuition to go to school, you know? So, yeah, you know, people got student loans. That's why a lot of the Batman villains are like PhDs and they have student loans to pay for, so they turn to a life of crime.
And he probably feels bad about it and he volunteers on the side at an orphanage, so maybe he's not that bad. I don't even know his name. Whatever.
Henchman. Like, he doesn't think that's his name. If you actually look in the credit.
Henchye.
Henchye.
Episode 6. What a mess. I feel like Black has a plan, but because he didn't explain it, there's all this drama. If he just explained his plan from the start, I feel like things would have been chill. Ultimately, I think the story's gonna make him have the right idea.
It's one of those things in which it had to go the way it goes because he took the picture while they were in
the factory and things like that. So to say, oh, we have to get up to there and we don't put it in, I think that was actually like, once again, on the fly type change the plan, because I don't think he thought it out the whole way through. Like most of the things he does in this series. Like if Luck was a superhero, he'd be Domino. Like it's just everything that he's doing is working out. So
that's because I feel like the writers are gonna put him in the right in this situation, and it doesn't help that Sean's plan sucked. So
true.
I feel like ultimately, because he is the main character, he's gonna save everyone somehow. He's gonna help Sean get revenge in a more diplomatic way, like instead of ruthless blood revenge.
And I think he will get the people on his side, so that actually a revolution, a genuine revolution can occur.
A bottom-up revolution to the people.
He'll get the people to have a revolution against that person, and then Todd will come. A new Supreme will take his place.
I feel like the reveal that Una was a cop hasn't led to anything at this point.
It's his last episode though, and Una wasn't here, so.
I wonder what's gonna happen when Sean confronts Tawi about his dad. I feel like the most villainous people of all are people who are smarmy in the way that they don't take accountability.
I think Tawi is gonna have like this whole like Street Fighter M. Bison to Chung-Li moment from Street Fighter, the movie. Chung-Li came after M. Bison to get revenge for him like destroying a village and all this other kind of stuff. And M. Bison, the bad guy, he was like, I don't remember. It's like, he did all this kind of stuff and he was like, yeah, you know what? This was an average day to me. Like, that was just what I did. You're nothing.
That would be terrible.
Yeah, it's like, for the tree, it's the most devastating day when the axe comes in, but for when the axe, it's just another day.
Your dad? Yeah, okay, so.
His life was so insignificant to me. Soz, bro. I hope you enjoyed our return for these reactions after 2 weeks.
And actually, if you don't like this reaction,
thank you all for watching us, and we will make sure to see you again next week. Leave us a comment, let us know your thoughts.
Down below.
Bye-bye.
See you later.